Anger, a powerful force that can consume us and cloud our judgment, often seems like an insurmountable obstacle. Yet, the solution to our anger lies not in the external world, but deep within ourselves. Today we'll explore why attempting to solve anger externally is ineffective and how we can transcend this emotion through inner awareness. When we feel angry, whether at a criminal on the news, a rude driver, or a personal betrayal, we must ask ourselves, does this anger actually solve anything? External problems often mirror our internal unresolved issues, serving as triggers rather than causes of our anger. Consider being angry at a criminal. While it may seem justified, this anger is more about you than them. It reflects your expectations of how the world should be, your sense of justice, your fears, and your unresolved pain. No amount of external action, punishing the criminal, changing laws, or seeking revenge, will truly resolve your anger. These actions might provide temporary relief from the uncomfortable bodily sensations associated with anger, but they don't address the root cause. From a somatic perspective, what we label as anger is actually a complex set of physiological responses in our nervous system. These manifest as constrictive sensations in our body, tension in our muscles, increased heart rate, shallow breathing. Our inability to fully experience and allow these sensations to move through us to completion is what perpetuates the anger. External actions may temporarily alleviate these sensations, but they don't teach our nervous system how to process and release them fully. Albert Einstein's wisdom applies perfectly here. We cannot solve our problems with the same thinking we used when we created them. The mind that creates anger, fueled by judgment, expectation, and a sense of separate self, cannot be the mind that resolves it. We need to transcend this level of thinking altogether. However, this transcendence isn't purely a mental exercise. It's intimately connected to our physiology. We can't truly transcend this level of thinking without augmenting our capacity to allow and process the bodily sensations associated with anger. By learning to move these sensations to their natural completion within our nervous system, we remove the need to act them out externally. This integration of mind and body is key to genuinely resolving anger, rather than merely suppressing or redirecting it. Initially, when faced with triggering situations, our immediate reaction is to focus outward. This is natural and human. We care, we feel, we want to make things right. However, this intense focus on external problems often traps us in a cycle of anger and helplessness. Fixating on external triggers creates a self-reinforcing loop of negativity. It hijacks our mental and emotional resources, consuming our minds with replaying events, imagining confrontations, or dwelling on what-ifs. This rumination drains our energy and prevents constructive problem-solving or self-reflection. Moreover, in our media-saturated world, this fixation often leads us to seek out similar stories that confirm our anger, creating an echo chamber that intensifies our outrage and distorts our perception of reality. As our anger grows, it colors our interactions, potentially damaging relationships and spreading negativity. Physiologically, prolonged anger triggers stress hormones, leading to serious health issues over time. We're not only failing to solve the external problem, but actively harming ourselves in the process. This fixation on external triggers can become addictive. The surge of self-righteousness accompanying anger can be intoxicating, leading us to define ourselves by our anger and making it harder to let go. It often leads to a victim mentality, deepening feelings of powerlessness and frustration. Anger-driven actions are typically counterproductive. Acting from rage leads to impulsive decisions, overlooking important details, or alienating potential allies. Our anger might feel justified, but it rarely leads to effective solutions. Staying fixated on external triggers blinds us to the complexity of most situations. Anger simplifies issues into black and white, preventing us from understanding root causes and developing nuanced solutions. It keeps us trapped in reactive mode, constantly responding to external stimuli rather than proactively creating change. By continually focusing outward, we miss opportunities for personal growth and self-understanding. Every instance of anger is an invitation to look inward, to examine our beliefs, expectations, and unresolved issues. Breaking this cycle requires courage and commitment. We must be willing to turn our attention inward, even when every instinct pulls us outward. This shift from external fixation to internal awareness isn't about ignoring problems or becoming apathetic. It's about becoming more effective agents of change by understanding and managing our own emotional responses. To begin shifting focus inward, start by acknowledging the difficulty. Remind yourself that turning inward isn't about ignoring the problem, but becoming more effective in dealing with it. Try this exercise. Set a timer for 1 minute. During this time, focus on your breath and bodily sensations. Notice the tightness in your chest, the heat in your face, the clenching of your jaw. Don't try to change these sensations, just observe them. As thoughts about the triggering event arise, gently acknowledge them and return your focus to your body and breath. This might feel uncomfortable at first. You might feel guilty, as if you're being selfish or uncaring. Remind yourself that this is just an experiment, a new approach to the situation. As you practice, you'll start to notice something profound. By creating space between you and your anger, you gain clarity. You'll begin to see nuances in the situation that weren't visible when consumed by rage. You'll understand that your anger, while valid, isn't serving the cause you care about. This realization can motivate you to continue the practice of turning inward. You'll see that by managing your emotional state, you're becoming better equipped to address the issues you care about. Remember, this is a skill that takes time to develop. At first, you might only manage a few seconds of inward focus when triggered. That's okay. Each attempt builds the mental muscle that allows you to respond to injustice with clarity and wisdom rather than blind rage. As you continue, turning inward becomes more natural. You'll be able to hold both your care for the external situation and awareness of your internal state simultaneously. This is the path to true effectiveness in the face of injustice, allowing you to channel energy into constructive action rather than destructive anger. By shifting identification from angry thoughts to calm awareness, you create space around the emotion. In this space, you can see anger for what it really is, a temporary energetic state arising in your consciousness, not who you are. Dig deeper. What's beneath this anger? Often you'll find fear, pain, or a sense of powerlessness. These are the real issues that need attention. For example, anger at a criminal might mask a deep-seated fear for your safety or stem from unresolved childhood experiences of injustice. This inner work isn't easy. It requires courage to face parts of ourselves we'd rather ignore and patience to unravel years of conditioning. But the rewards are immeasurable. As you practice, you'll notice a profound shift. External events that once enraged you will barely ruffle your feathers. You'll respond to challenges with clarity and wisdom instead of knee-jerk reactions. This doesn't mean you'll never feel angry again. Anger has its place, but you'll no longer be a slave to it. You'll use its energy constructively, channeling it into positive action rather than destructive outbursts. True change doesn't come from controlling or suppressing anger, but from understanding, accepting, and ultimately transcending it. This inner transformation benefits not just you, but those around you. As you resolve anger internally, you become a force for peace in the world. Your relationships improve, your decisions become wiser, and you contribute to a collective shift in consciousness. See each surge of anger as an invitation to go deeper within yourself. Ask, what is this anger trying to teach me about myself? This inner journey, while not always comfortable, is infinitely more rewarding than trying to change the world to fit your expectations. It's a path to true freedom. Freedom from the tyranny of your own reactive mind. As you practice, you'll experience moments of profound peace and clarity. These glimpses of your true nature, calm, aware, and inherently free from anger, will become more frequent and sustained. Remember, this is a practice. There will be times when anger overwhelms you, and that's okay. The key is to keep returning to awareness, choosing inner exploration over external reaction. Your anger isn't your enemy. It's a signpost pointing towards areas needing attention and healing. By following these signposts inward, you embark on a journey of self-discovery that can radically transform your life. The power to transcend anger lies within you. Turn your attention inward and begin the journey of self-discovery. Every moment of anger is an opportunity for profound self-understanding. The path to inner peace awaits. Take that first step inward. If this video challenged your thinking or opened new possibilities, share it. Hit subscribe to explore more mind-bending concepts. Thank you for watching, liking, and commenting.